Welcome back to the Ricky Matthews Show from the Citizens Bank Studio. I enjoyed catching up with Fofo Gillich. Only 2 segments together with Fofo. I wish we'd have had a whole show. We could have just continued right on. Same as I feel the same way about my next guest, somebody who I've really enjoyed catching up with in the past, the mayor of the city of Waveland, Jay Trapani. And you know what? I mean, you got billions of gaming revenue happening in Biloxi. That has a way of bringing a lot of excitement to the conversation. You don't have $1 billion in gaming revenue, but you got a lot of good stuff that's going on in Waveland. I look forward to catching up about that. But how you been, my friend?
Doing great. Good morning, Ricky. How are you?
Yeah, Jay was telling me before the show started he's not a winter person. He likes the warm air.
Yep. No, I live close to the beach, and I enjoy the sun. And my Sicilian skin, a little dark complected, it handles the sun very well. So.
Yeah, well, I don't blame you. I'm about there myself. Other than this time of year, I enjoy the hunting side of cold weather. That's a lot of fun up in the Mississippi Delta. Man, you've had a lot going on. We got a great list of things to work through. But when you look back on this past year, there's been a lot of good stuff happening in the city of Waveland. Man, it's exciting, really, isn't it?
We have so much going on, and I've been in office for 2 years, and we've just been moving forward, and that was my goal, is to move Waveland forward. Everybody knows we're ground zero for Hurricane Katrina. 90% of the city was destroyed. In fact, I just came from the Ground Zero Museum watching a 30-minute documentary that was put together about Katrina, and so it's all right there, fresh in my mind again. But it warms me to see how far we've come along since then. I mean, looking at those videos, it looked like an atomic bomb went off, and now we probably have 18 to 20 homes being built right now. We have businesses coming in, so we're moving in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, you think about where it was, and I think it's one of the reasons why we who went through Katrina here in coastal Mississippi, we see the sights and hear the frustrations and the sadness of a place like North Carolina, and we know what they're going through. It's hard. You can say to them, we know what you're going through, but maybe they can't fully appreciate we actually do. And a town like Waveland knows more than anybody. I mean, we think about what you've gone through. But man, the progress. I mean, you got a hotel. I mean, you got major progress happening in the city. That's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, $16 million dual brand Marriott hotel coming to town. They've just about finished all the dirt work, and you should start to see some real construction going on. It'll probably be about another 14 or 15 months before they open the doors, but it's wonderful for a small town.
Yeah, I had Tish Williams from the Hancock Chamber, who you know well, on recently, and she was talking about the Marriott brand in particular is important because the folks at Stennis, that's sort of what they gravitate towards. So any name brand would have been great, but Marriott in particular is a great fit for Stennis. It's a great fit for Waveland, and I think more to come.
There is more to come. We have a lot going on. I had 2 calls yesterday. I think I said this last time we spoke. The biggest intersection of Hancock County is right in the heart of Waveland. That's the intersection of Highway 90 and Highway 603. And we have 2 empty spaces on one side, on each side of Highway 90. But yesterday I had conversations with some individuals who are interested in coming to those sites. And having listened to the end of Fofo's interview, with rates going down, interest rates, people are getting excited again about developing. And come to Waveland. We got a lot of space for you to develop.
Yeah, he and I were chatting before the show started. If you're talking about a $200 million project or a $20 million project, and their interest rates were 2% before, and they're over 5% today, on projects of that scale, that is the difference between making a project work and not making it work. Exactly. And it's been a bit of a lull in the action, but the truth is that a lot of projects kind of sitting on the sidelines that have really kind of run. NDAs are signed, major activity is happening. They're just waiting for the numbers to work, and it's just a matter of time in a lot of cases, isn't it?
It definitely is. But a lot of the development we have going on is locals. From southern Mississippi. They may not be in Hancock County, but they're right outside of Hancock County. And we still don't have the national brands coming in. Well, Marriott is a national brand, but I mean, the developer, the one who ran all the numbers and got them to buy in, is from Picayune, Mississippi. Yeah. So, and it goes back to quality of life on the coast. People from other places see our quality of life, and they want to come down here, but we don't have any place for them to stay right now. So all these developments are helping out a lot to bring. We talked about it last time. The statistics show where a person stays when they visit Stennis Space Center, that if they get transferred in, that's where they move to. So we're losing people to St. Tammany Parish. We're losing people to Harrison County because we don't have a hotel. Yeah. And now with this hotel, we'll see this area grow even more. People will come to the hotel, get transferred in, say, "Hey, I like Waveland, Bay St. Louis, Hancock County. I'm gonna build a house over there."
Yeah. So people when they look at a map, and you can pull it up on your phone and do this if you're interested, but you go look and see where the city of Waveland is, and see it in relation to Bay St. Louis. You see this critical intersection that he mentioned between Highway 90 and 603. Get that in your head. There's another critical part of the city that's focused around Coleman Avenue, and it's also critical to the city, isn't it?
It is. It's very critical. It used to be the main street of Coleman, of Waveland, Coleman Avenue. We had 3 restaurants. We had a bank, a post office, a gas station, a couple of a convenience store, laundromat. Right now, we really don't have anything. We had a restaurant bar. It's closed up, but it's exciting because I think we'll start seeing dirt moved around on Coleman Avenue. There's a project that's supposed to begin probably January, February at the foot of Coleman and Beach Boulevard. A local restaurateur is coming into the old restaurant bar that closed, and it's going to be exciting. We just need something to start it, and I think we got the things that are coming to start kicking off Coleman again.
Well, you think about Coleman Avenue is really kind of a central spot when you think about Beach Boulevard. So if you're going down Beach Boulevard, you turn. Let's say you're headed down Highway 90. You go over the bridge coming from Harrison County, turn onto Beach Boulevard. You go through the city of Bay St. Louis, and you continue on into the city of Waveland. And Coleman Avenue is a kind of a critical place, and you want life to come back there. You want, as more and more homes begin to build on the beach and up from the beach, you want a place where they don't have to go all the way, all the way across the tracks, further into toward Highway 90 to be able to do their eat and whatever. There is a real opportunity to bring life back to that part of the city, isn't there?
It definitely is. Elevation at the foot of Coleman has held a lot of people back, but we've learned to live with elevation now after 19 years. So there's developers coming in that they're not thinking twice about the elevation. And as you move up Coleman, only a couple of blocks, right by City Hall, where you only have to go up like 3 or 4 feet. So it's primed and ready. Like I said, there's 18 to 20 homes being built right now in Waveland. So the people are there to support the businesses that come.
Yeah.
It's not if you build it, they will come. They're already here. They're coming. Yeah. So
right. I was over there recently and just kind of drove through, and you can just see, you feel it. You feel it coming back to the city in the heart of the city that was destroyed. That's what's so cool about it. You think about Highway, of course, Beach Boulevard being critical to the city. I mean, that's what makes it. Mm-hmm. The Gulf views and all that are really important. The Garfield Ladner Pier is really critical, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And there's not a day that goes by that I don't spend time working on the Garfield Ladner Pier. What happened? It was destroyed in Zeta. FEMA came along and allocated $4.3 million. We put it out to bid, and the lowest bid was $5.9. So we've been fighting with FEMA to do a cost adjustment and get that additional $1.6 million. I get calls from people all along the coast, even as far as Mobile, that used to drive over here and fish off this pier. It's a beautiful pier. We have the beautiful lighthouse right next to it. We're just fighting every day. And Congressman Ezel's office has been doing a lot of hard work to try to get this pushed forward for us. In his speech to the House they interviewed the FEMA director last week, and during his speech, he brought up Waveland, Mississippi. He said, these people have been waiting and waiting and waiting. Let's get a decision. And so she said that she would make a decision, but she's only in office for 2 more months. So, well, we'll see. We'll see.
That's so frustrating. There are a number of piers in coastal Mississippi that were destroyed in Zeta that are still not rebuilt yet. We're better than that. We usually work faster than that, and our expectations are certainly greater than that as a result of what we went through after Hurricane Katrina. It's really unfortunate that we're still having these conversations. But, hey, when we come back on the other side, we've got a long list of other possibilities in the short time that Jay Trapani, the mayor of Waveland, and I are together today. We'll run through those as far as we can get. We'll see you after this. Well, all across coastal Mississippi, it's happening as we continue here from the Citizens Bank studio in our chat with someone I really enjoy spending time with, the mayor of the city of Waveland, Jay Trapani. Long list of stuff, Jay. There's always, again, you're still here, as you mentioned it, 19 years later, we're rebuilding and bringing life back to the city of Waveland. And you know what? And it's interesting. And all of the follow-ups on Cruising the Coast, you and I have talked about this before, but on all the follow-ups, Waveland always comes back up again. People are genuinely proud that Waveland is part of that again. What a great way to showcase your city. This year was no exception, was it?
We had a huge crowd. Every available space where we could park a car had a car on it. And people love to come down to Waveland because they can just, it's so close. We talked about Coleman Avenue. We base everything on Coleman Avenue. We set up vendors on Coleman Avenue. And there's a lot of empty lots still, unfortunately, but the owners let us park cars on them. People want to sign up, especially the vendors. They wanted to sign up the next day to come back next year. It was such a success. Yeah. It's the second year that we brought it back.
Yeah, no, that was a big project that you helped kind of bring together, and Woody's thrilled to have Waveland in the mix again. All the cities of coastal Mississippi are in the mix now. That's awesome to see. Hey, great. Listen, the Go Mesa money is huge to us, and every mayor and I talk about this. This has always been the case. The least sexy thing about the city, but the most important thing, is infrastructure. You got to stay focused on infrastructure. And you're putting that Go Mesa money to good use, aren't you?
Well, I'm proud to say this is the first time that the city of Waveland's gotten any Go Mesa money. And we actually applied last year, my first year in office, and another project was funded instead. But our representative, Brent Anderson, fought very hard for this. We have citizens in our city who are still on grinder pumps and not on gravity sewer systems. And this is going to allow us to take a large section of what we call a central city and put these people on gravity and the grinder pump. So it's big, and we also going to be able to do an area that can be developed in the future with gravity sewer. So it's a huge project for Waveland.
Yeah, good deal. $4 million of money from Go Mesa. That's terrific. The Kill Waveland Cutoff Road, that's another step in the right direction.
I think there's 90,000 cars a day, which is an unbelievable number that go. The cutoff road connects 603 and Highway 90. And it just needs a lot of work. There's some dangerous curves in there. And the legislature gave us $1 million. Senator Mike Thompson and Congressman Brett Anderson, House Rep Brett Anderson, and they gave us $1 million. But Congressman Ezel has put in $3.67 million for Waveland. We just have to wait to get that approved when the new legislature gets in and adopts the new budget. Then we should be able to get that. So we'll have almost $5 million to put into this road, and we're going to completely redo it. The subsurface needs to be done. We're going to put a sidewalk at least on one side. And like I said, it's you can't even believe the number of cars that use this connection road.
Listen, I can't tell you over the years how many times I've been on it. I was on it just recently. And the thing that I noticed was along the way how much rebuilding is taking place. So as if there wasn't enough pressure on it already, exactly. Just the pure success of that area rebuilding puts even more stress on it. It needs to happen.
Yes, and part of our ARPA project is we're going to redo the sewer lines along Kill Waveland cutoff. We're getting a lot of infiltration from rainwater into our sewer system. So we just accepted a bid. We'll do it tonight. Accept a bid for almost $2 million to redo the sewer lines along Kill Waveland cutoff.
Wow, that's good. That's good stuff. I see too that the city is putting cameras up. That's something that I didn't get to in my conversation last week with Kenny Holloway, but he mentioned during the break about the camera projects they've been involved in. But that's a $100,000 Homeland Security grant that you guys are taking advantage of.
Yes, we applied for this Homeland Security grant, and we were awarded, and we've put cameras on every city building, every city-owned facility. And in today's world, you need it. You need to be, it's safety for the citizens in the long run. But one of the things we also added through a police grant is flock cameras on the highway. Bay St. Louis has them, the county has them, and they've only been up for a couple of months, and they've already paying dividends. We've found some people that were wanted up in, I think they were in Connecticut, that showed up in our Walmart parking lot in a stolen vehicle, and that's how we found them, because the flock cameras pick up license plates, and they found a stolen vehicle. They found the people who were driving it with outstanding warrants. I believe it was out of Connecticut. So,
yeah.
A lot of things going on in Waveland. I have trouble keeping track some days.
Hey, so Mayor, as we rush toward Christmas, one of the great things about Christmas, each city has their own little special take on it. Each city has their own special Christmas parades and caroling, but that's no exception for Waveland too, is it?
Next Friday, December 13th, we have Food Truck Friday, the second Friday of the month. So we're tying in Christmas caroling and a golf cart, antique car, marching group parade with Santa riding, of course. So it's gonna be an exciting night, and the weather should be beautiful.
Yeah, so, Friday, December 13th, and Waveland, Christmas caroling, Christmas parade, food trucks, and go check it out. You'll enjoy the ride down there. In fact. Hey, listen, Mayor, it's been great to spend some time with you, my friend.
Thank you, Ricky. I really enjoy spending time with you, and anytime you want me, just let me know.
You bet. We will definitely reach out to you. Jay Trapani from Waveland, the mayor there. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.